The billionaire's family expected to inherit everything. Instead, the lawyer looked at a young waitress and said, "Mr. Harrison Blake left his entire estate to you." The room exploded with anger. But when the lawyer read the final letter, nobody could hold back their tears. Because this wasn't a story about money. It was about the one person who remembered how an old man liked his morning coffee. Every morning at exactly 7 a.m., 27-year-old Emma Carter opened the doors of a small neighborhood cafe. Life hadn't been easy. After losing both of her parents, she worked 2 jobs just to pay rent and care for her younger brother. Yet no matter how tired she was, she greeted every customer with the same warm smile. Among them was an elderly man named Harrison Blake. He always sat by the window. Black coffee, 1 slice of toast, no butter, no conversation. One rainy morning, Harrison quietly whispered, "Do you know what hurts the most?" Emma looked at him. "When nobody remembers the little things about you anymore." She smiled gently. "Black coffee, no sugar, toast without butter. And you always watch the sunrise before taking your first sip." The old man's eyes filled with tears. "You noticed? Everyone deserves to be noticed," Emma replied. From that day on, Harrison became part of Emma's daily routine. She kept his favorite table ready. She saved the morning newspaper before anyone else could take it. On his birthday, she surprised him with a tiny cupcake and 1 candle. It was the first birthday anyone had celebrated with him in years. He smiled through tears. "Thank you for reminding me that I'm still alive." Weeks passed. Emma noticed his hands shaking. His steps became slower. Some mornings he forgot the stories he had told just yesterday. Then one morning, his chair remained empty. Emma waited. An hour passed, then another. After work, she found his address and knocked on his door. Harrison answered slowly, leaning on a cane. "I slipped yesterday," he admitted. "I'm fine, just tired." From that evening on, Emma visited him after every shift. She brought groceries, collected his medicine, cooked simple meals, and when his eyesight became weak, she read books aloud until he fell asleep. One evening Harrison asked, "Why are you doing all this?" Emma smiled. "Because kindness isn't something we give when life is easy. It's something we give because someone needs it." A month later, Harrison passed away peacefully in his sleep. Emma cried harder than she ever expected. Not because she lost a customer, because she lost family. At the funeral, only 5 people showed up. Just as the service ended, a luxury car stopped outside. A sharply dressed businessman rushed in. "I'm Daniel Blake," he said. "His grandson." Emma quietly answered, "You're looking at everyone who came." Daniel lowered his head in shame. A week later, Daniel returned with 2 lawyers. Emma feared the family wanted to accuse her of something. Instead, the lawyer unfolded Harrison's will. Mr. Harrison Blake leaves his house, savings, and personal library to Emma Carter. The room fell silent. Then came Harrison's final letter. "My dear Daniel, if you're reading this, I hope you understand why I made this choice. Emma never gave me money. She gave me time. She remembered my coffee. She remembered my birthday. She reminded me that I still mattered. Success means nothing if you're too busy to love the people who are waiting for you. Learn from her, because kindness is the greatest inheritance anyone can leave behind." Daniel broke down in tears. "I spent years trying to impress him with success, when all he wanted was my time." Emma gently placed a hand on his shoulder. "It's not too late to become the person he hoped you'd be." Months later, Daniel and Emma transformed Harrison's home into a community cafe for lonely seniors. No one paid for coffee. The only rule was simple. Remember someone's name, remember their story, and remember how they take their coffee, because sometimes the smallest act of kindness becomes the greatest legacy. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today.